U7Buy provides the most convenient, fastest, and safest way to upgrade your team with numerous positive reviews and verified by top creators from different countries with 24/7 online customer support. Before the end of October, all users who place an order for FC26 coins on U7Buy for their first order of FC26 coins can enjoy a plus 10% coin bonus. Using my discount code Inception can get an additional 8% discount. Okay, so we might switch it up, but like we are using like some different tactics right now because I am trying to do some... When I do player reviews, it's easier for me to do tactic reviews as well. So yeah, let's try them out on fullback defend for now on an anchor, and we'll play some regular football, and we'll see. If we get into goal scoring opportunities, cool. If not, then we'll see. Because like I said, guys, I think I scored Lorente on this account. No, just 1 assist in 13 matches. So like, you know what I mean? It's just the way the meta kind of plays out. I think I scored. It was on the other account, actually. No, because I scored a goal with a 4 and 2 and 2. I forget what review that was. It might have been the Pogba review, to be honest. We'll try. We'll see. We'll just feel it out. Honestly, for me, I want to see what he's like mainly defensively. This is more of a... I would say it's more of a defensive game, but we'll see. Watch this guy have him too. Oh, I wish he did. Because if he had him too, that way we could actually do the review for both at the same time, you know? But all good. 4-2-3-1 wide, I think. Yeah, this is the first time I'm using this 4-1-4-1, so we're gonna see how this plays out. Little dinkage.
Jordi Alba.
Gotta face him downwards there. Yep, just have to block that area. I will say, guys, like in terms of meta, midfielders wise, like personal preference, I think I prefer more agile players. Like they can have intercept and anticipate, but when you use players that are more physical, as of right now, it's more defensive. So it's like maybe if I was playing like a 4-2-3-1 wide, I would care to have more of those sort of players. But if you want to play quick, tiki-taka, it's players that are a little bit lighter. These cards are still great though, in their own ways, but like it just depends on what you want to do. Like sometimes you see that little emphasis that Pogba does there, like that'll slow down your play depending on how you want to play, right? But you just kind of work with that a little bit too, right?
Great work to confuse the defender. Mbappe.
Bro, that play style is like just for like it's gonna be underrated because like even in certain situations, just being able to do like a first time pass, like dribbles in those situations, like a little L1 touch. Buddy, give me tiki-taka everywhere, honestly. We're good. We got a through pass right there too. Counter attack after. At least he's well positioned for that. There it is. Little build up there. Nah, for him I need a shadow. I was able to snipe one. This 4-1-4-1 that Bites does, I guess it's like a different playstyle, but it just doesn't work for me. Jordi on an anchor, not feeling it, man. I'm gonna be real with you guys right now. When it comes to the current meta of the game, especially after the patch, like even with the midfielders and Busquets and Pogba, like you're gonna prefer to use more agile players in that area. And Jordi Alba on an anchor so far, like I want to see him on a shadow. I'll tell you guys this right now. On the anchor, I wasn't like super impressed on him. I wasn't. Every time I would use advanced defending with him, it wasn't impressing me enough. I think the way that like Balde's card is formatted for it, or it's his body type or something. I think it's the body type because Balde feels like he's like a little bit more thickish in game, so I feel like that might help, you know. There it is. Stuff, good stuff. Jordi Alba on the interception there. Ball through pass. We're good. Pass it off there. There we go. I don't know, build up play with him is better. By the way, he's way better with the shadow than the... Yeah, you can see that he's on fullback balanced, right? So if it's a card that like can help me out on the attack, it's not bad in that sense. But remember that like if you use a card like this in your team, it is more for the balance of being able to kind of push forward and come back, and then like the attacking parts, right? Like that's kind of like what he's meant for. Is a player that you want the extra width with, right? Because he has the height, or not the height, but he has the dribbling, he has the through passes, all that kind of stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the pace part is way like I don't notice a physical boost on him when I gave him that, right? So it just didn't make sense for me to do that. Good. It's this formation. Like I'm telling you, I couldn't do any of this with the 4-1-4-1. There you go. Just block out the area. Nice. You went bottom left. We take those. It's the build-up stuff that's nice. Little through pass, see? Stuff like that. Makes a difference for sure. And we're going to score a typical meta goal. But it comes from something, right? It comes from having the incisive pass there. Being the guy that can help you out on the attack with the quick dribbles. Remember, I'm not like committing with him too much right now. I'm just playing the game normally, but it is fullback balanced, right? So there you go. Registers to that one well enough. We score that one. We'll pass off. I think that's an assist with Jordi Alba there from the corner kick. That. I'm gonna commit him here so I can do this. Take that. Wait for the run. There we go. And first time because he's pushing his goalie. Didn't get it off, unfortunately. He's running pretty fast, though. Way better with the shadow, I'll tell you that for free. There we go. Yeah, see, just the quickness on the dribble. I'm going to overcommit him here. Bounce pass. Pass back. Ball close. Fake. Yeah, attacking AI right here. That out. Take that.
But good defending to snuff out any threat. Fantastic pass if that comes off.
That worked out too.
It's no great surprise who we've picked out to have a look at here. What are we expecting to see from him today, Sue?
Yeah, what a game he had last time out with his hat-trick.
Takes the shot. Ooh, got it.
Nice, Jordi. Good stuff.
Yeah, that was...
Not so much given away as cleverly won. The attack is over.
Still did a good job tracking him there.
This is Muller. Keeping the ball really nicely here.
Jordi's the first to it.
Oh, lovely skill to beat his marker.
Yeah, great feat, wasn't it?
Over the top and in on goal.
Just, is that going to go out? Yeah, we'll take that.
Makes the deflection. Oh, that's really well cut out. Jordi Alba.
Oh, man, couldn't get that.
Jordi Alba.
Yep, that's what it is right there. First time. We'll make that run. Disguised run. Oh, not good enough there. That's a foul and a PK, actually. Oh, Jordi Alba. Where's Jordi Alba? I'm going to go bottom left this time. Nice. That's funny, because that guy, I think he went left middle or left top left. Something like that.
Stopping out of them as they restart the action once more.
By the way, this guy is giving me the impression that he played this is like another account or something, because he's playing with like a pretty, like a good team, but like a generic team at the same time. Like he's playing with a, like he's like 4-1 is just the sake of the scoreline being the scoreline. Like this guy's a good player, you know what I'm saying?
Loftus-Cheek.
You guys know how I think about FIFA. Okay, guys, so final verdict on the Jordi Alba, guys. Listen, you guys know when I do player reviews, the way that I do my player reviews is I give you the goods and the bads of a card, right? And then some things you're going to want to deal with, and then some things you're not going to want to deal with, right? So, for instance, with the current SBCs that exist with players like Pogba and Busquets, you guys know I told you, if they're sloppy on the ball and sloppy off the ball, in the current meta of the game, it's not always going to be ideal to use those players. Right now, I think the biggest midfielder type players to use are actually going to be the transfer market cards, players like Reinders, players like De Jong, because when you don't have tiki-taka, like I mentioned in the review specifically for Pogba, right? Some of your attacks are slower. Pogba and Busquets on the ball will be slower. So it takes that extra time for the person to be able to get the ball, right? So meta-intensive purposes, I always try to give you guys the goods and bads of these cards because they're not horrible players, but in the current circumstances, if you're being serious in the game, they're not, you know what I'm saying? Jordi Alba as an SBC, in my opinion, if you guys are looking at SBCs that make more sense to complete under the current circumstances, I would say Jordi Alba would be one of them, right? And the reason being for this, and I wouldn't have said this if he was, you know, performing the way that he does on an anchor. For me personally, I think on the anchor, because of him being smaller, maybe having a skinnier body type, I can't notice a physical presence out of this card. With Balde, I think he's like 5'9" and he has like a thicker body type. So when I'm using an anchor on him, I feel that presence more. With Jordi Alba, in my opinion, what you want to do with this card is you want to utilize his agility more, right? When you utilize his agility more for a card that has 97 acceleration, that is where you feel the jockey, the anticipate, when you're running on the ball to open up space for other on that tiki-taka with the incisive pass. The build-up plays that you can do with this card in quick movements, which is what the current game is, or what you need to have, because obviously, excuse me, with the dribbling and the tiki-taka and stuff, it's just this quickness, right? You need that quickness to move across the space. In the left back position, especially since he has the fullback plus, that one is going to be the main one that most people use. And a lot of people like to use the fullback balance. When you provide him the shadow chemistry style, you're going to have a nice balance of a person who is going to be really good at helping you out in the attack, right? Because he can dribble quickly and pass the ball really well. But even in the defensive area, with the shadow chemistry style on the jockey with the anticipates and the rapid when he's dribbling the ball, that kind of stuff, you utilize it way more out of the card. Because the key thing with this card is, yes, they're pricing these SBCs very high. We know very well, right? But with Jordi Alba, he is the link to Lionel Messi. In my opinion, it makes sense meta-wise to go with a card like this for the Lionel Messi link over Sergio Busquets for the price value and for the quality that is offered in game in those specific positions. Because as of right now, right, because we don't know what the future holds, if there's a patch or whatever, but as of right now, you want players that feel a little bit more agile, that can move the ball across the pitch way more in a more agile way. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you guys an example too, because like even Henko after the patch, like this card right here, I'm telling you guys, man, this guy doesn't have bruiser, but he has like this agile feel to him when you're utilizing the advanced defending out of him, right? And I'm telling you that after the patch, that's kind of the direction that you're going to want to go. So a lot of times with the midfielders, guys, again, you guys know how I form my reviews. I'm going to tell you the goods and the bads of the card, and then some people are going to want to deal with the goods and then maybe not want to deal with the bads, so they don't do the SBC because they don't want to deal with the bads, right? I think a lot of the times, if there's midfielders that are more physical, like even, I don't know what Valverde is like this year. Valverde might be a beast because he has box-to-box plus, so he might be really sick for that specifically. I'm curious what Bellingham is like because I haven't tried him out this year. But as far as like those sort of players go, like Busquets, I'm telling you, is useful because he has tiki-taka. That specifically is amazing. But a lot of people, I'm telling you, are not going to want to work with players that feel sloppy on and off the ball. Some people will. That's why I tell you guys, and the goods and the bads of the card, because some people don't care about that because they just defend a certain way where they can utilize that and be able to utilize the other things of the card, right? Like the anticipate, the intercept, the lengthy on Pogba, and then Busquets is just like his crazy passing. Like his passing is really, really good. And then obviously with the tiki-taka, you can open up space too. It's just harder to utilize the passing in certain situations because they feel sloppier, right? They feel like they're slowing down your play. So that's where you have to be like mindful when it comes to those types of cards, right? But like I said, as far as like SBCs go, like Pepe was amazing. Arda Güler was great. Henko was fantastic. I would put Jordi, like the price of these cards are really expensive, but Jordi Alba for that link to Messi, I think is the main thing here. For a card that like actually performs well on that shadow chemistry style, because you have a card that is really good on the transition speed off the ball, right? And then on the ball, he's great to work with because if someone tries to apply a little bit of pressure against you, you can still maneuver across the pitch really nicely, okay? For meta purposes, the only thing that you will maybe lack from time to time, and this is why I'm telling you guys, like give him the shadow because the anchor just felt like whatever, is physical presence under certain circumstances. But for me personally, if I make him more agile and quick to chase after the ball, to transition left and right, that feels like I can utilize more of his physical aspect. You know what I'm saying? Because I can transition quicker into a regular challenge. I can transition quicker into those left and right areas, utilizing the jockey part because my acceleration is higher too. Like that's how you kind of want to use this card. But it's the attacking part, the dribbling on the ball, the quickness for build-up play that you're going to want to work with. That's the main thing right there, right? But again, defensively, it's just the physical, like body type and physical engagements in certain situations. But that's why I'm telling you guys, use the shadow and use the agility part of the card, the quickness part of the card to defend with him, okay? I'm telling you, when I had him on an anchor, I was about to tell you guys, like, yo, these SBCs, like, currently, like, one is not strong enough, this and that, you know, like, that's why I always tell you guys the goods and the bads. But with Jordi Alba, I'm telling you, once you give him a shadow, much better to get that chemistry link with Messi and to actually utilize him in the current meta. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.